Mark Carney humiliated on live TV. Poilievre's rejection of clearance exposed. As the Canadian election heats up, the political landscape is becoming increasingly contentious, particularly between Liberal leader Mark Carney and Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre. Recent events have highlighted significant challenges for Carney, while Poilievre's campaign continues to gain momentum, capturing the attention of voters across the country. Mark Carney, who recently took over as the leader of the Liberal Party and Prime Minister, has faced mounting criticism for his performance in front of the media. Reports indicate that he has been avoiding tough questions and limiting his public appearances, creating an impression that he is hiding from scrutiny. This strategy seems to stem from his struggles with public speaking and media engagement, as he has been described as terrible in front of the camera. His reluctance to face challenging inquiries has left many questioning his readiness for leadership and whether he can effectively communicate his policies and vision for Canada. Carney's campaign is further complicated by a series of controversies that have emerged in recent weeks. One of the most pressing issues is his alleged connection to China. As concerns about foreign influence in Canadian politics grow, Carney's ties to individuals and organizations linked to China have raised significant eyebrows. His new candidate, who replaced Paul Chong, has connections to Chinese military events, adding fuel to the fire of suspicion regarding the Liberal Party's stance on national security. This has resulted in increasing calls from the public for transparency and accountability regarding such affiliations. In addition to these connections, Carney is under scrutiny for reportedly establishing a tax haven in the Cayman Islands, which allegedly houses 18,000 corporations. This revelation has sparked outrage among Canadians who are concerned about government transparency. The optics of a leader associated with offshore tax practices do not bode well for a campaign that is supposed to focus on integrity and the protection of Canadian interests. Many Canadians are expressing their frustration, feeling that such practices undermine the government's credibility and commitment to fairness. The release of Carney's upcoming book has also been postponed to July 1st, a move that many speculate is an attempt to mitigate damage to his image during the election season. This delay has raised questions about his priorities and whether he is more focused on self-promotion than addressing the pressing issues Canadians face. Some critics argue that his leadership style is more about maintaining a polished public image than engaging with the real concerns of voters. Adding to the confusion, Carney recently suspended his campaign, which left reporters and supporters bewildered about his strategy and commitment to leading the party through the election. This unexpected pause has raised doubts about the stability and direction of his campaign. In stark contrast to Carney's struggles, Pierre Poilievre's campaign is gaining traction, characterized by a series of well-attended rallies that showcase his ability to engage with the public effectively. His recent event in Windsor, which attracted between 5,000 to 7,000 attendees, reflects his growing popularity and the resonance of his message with voters. Poilievre's approach has been marked by direct communication and a clear focus on issues that matter to Canadians, such as job protection, economic sovereignty, and accountability in government. His ability to draw large crowds indicates a strong grassroots support that Carney seems to be lacking. One of the most significant aspects of Poilievre's campaign is the vindication of his decision to refuse a security clearance. This choice has allowed him to speak freely about concerns regarding foreign interference, particularly from China, positioning him as a defender of Canadian interests. He argues that accepting the clearance would have limited his ability to address these critical issues, thus reinforcing his image as a politician willing to prioritize transparency and the welfare of Canadians over political expediency. Moreover, Poilievre has been vocal in criticizing the failures of the Liberal government, particularly regarding economic policies that he claims have negatively impacted Canadian workers. He highlights the increasing tariffs that have been detrimental to various industries, arguing that Carney has not delivered on his promises, especially concerning economic stability and growth. By framing the Liberal government's record as one of failure, Poilievre seeks to galvanize support among voters who feel disillusioned by the current administration and its handling of key economic issues. Engagement with workers has become a cornerstone of Poilievre's campaign. He makes a concerted effort to connect with blue-collar Canadians, emphasizing his commitment to protecting jobs and supporting Canadian-made products. His rallies often involve discussions about the challenges faced by various trades, which further solidifies his appeal among working-class voters. By positioning himself as an advocate for everyday Canadians, Poilievre is effectively carving out a distinct identity that resonates with a broad audience. The current political climate in Canada is charged with debates over economic policies, foreign influence, and leadership effectiveness. This environment has created fertile ground for Poilievre's message to take root. His relentless campaigning, characterized by daily rallies and direct public engagement, contrasts sharply with Carney's more cautious approach. While Carney retreats from the spotlight, Poilievre embraces it, showcasing his confidence and commitment to addressing the concerns of Canadians head-on. Public sentiment is increasingly shifting toward the perception that Carney's leadership may not provide the solutions Canada needs. With growing scrutiny over his connections and campaign tactics, many voters are beginning to view Poilievre as a viable alternative who can effectively tackle the pressing issues facing the nation. The question remains whether Carney can recover from these setbacks and regain public trust as the election approaches. As the election unfolds, the contrasting strategies of Mark Carney and Pierre Poilievre will likely shape the political discourse in Canada. Carney's struggles with media engagement and public perception stand in stark contrast to Poilievre's rising popularity and direct appeal to voters. This dynamic raises important questions about the future of the Liberal Party under Carney's leadership and whether Canadians will turn to Poilievre as a solution to the challenges they face. Ultimately, the outcome of this election could hinge on public perception and the candidate's ability to connect with voters. Poilievre's focus on accountability, economic issues, and direct engagement with the public positions him as a formidable contender against Carney, who must confront his controversies and improve his public image if he hopes to retain the support of Canadians. The coming weeks will be critical as both candidates seek to solidify their positions and win over the electorate in what promises to be a pivotal election for Canada. In conclusion, the political arena in Canada is rife with tension as Mark Carney navigates the complexities of his leadership amid growing criticism. Pierre Poilievre capitalizes on his visibility and public engagement, presenting himself as a candidate who is in touch with the concerns of everyday Canadians. As the election date approaches, both candidates must articulate their visions clearly and connect authentically with the electorate, as the fate of their political futures hangs in the balance. The stakes are high, and the outcome will shape the future direction of Canada for years to come.